Welcome back to Cold Iron's Kitchen. I'm Wade. It's Friday, but I think any day is a good day for fish, don't you? Tonight we're going to have some fish and chips. Well, not fish and chips so much. We're going to have fish, we're going to have some shrimp, we're going to have some slaw, and we're going to have some buttered pasta, which really sounds weird to put with a fish, but the way I do it's a little different. If you look down here, we're making a red cabbage slaw. The basic ingredients are ranch dressing, a shallot, red cabbage of course, a carrot, and a jalapeno. Move a couple of these guys over here. Now we want to mince this shallot as much as we can. Make a couple cuts right down the top of it there. Then finally mince the shallot. Now we're not going to use all of this shallot because we don't want to overpower the dressing. We just want to use up enough to give us a little bit of flavor. Go back over it a few times. And that goes right in the dressing there. Then we're going to take a jalapeno. Now I just like a little bit of spice with my food. We're going to take the seeds out of this one because we just want the green stuff.
I should know where that phone went.
Seeds gone from that. And seeds gone from that. Now, the reason I developed this particular salad was for people who cannot handle a lot of sugar. As most of you know, a traditional coleslaw is loaded with sugar. I mean, take the coleslaw from, well, a well-known chicken restaurant. The dressing for one batch of that consists of a gallon of Miracle Whip, a gallon of sugar, a gallon of oil, 2 cups of salt. I mean, face it, it's just not the healthiest stuff in the world. I know, I used to make it for years. I said a gallon of sugar. But a gallon of sugar and a gallon of Miracle Whip, which contains sugar. And of course, they put the carrots and the onions in it, and, well, cabbage. You gotta have cabbage if you're gonna have a coleslaw. But ours is a little bit different. The reason why I like to put the jalapeno in there, again, I like just a little bit of spice with what I'm eating. And this adds just a little bit. Stir that in and let that start to absorb. Well, that's working there. With the cutting board, we'll shred up some cabbage. My fancy shredder here. Forgot to cut the cabbage in half. Wonderful little device here. It's made by Kitchen Craft. I got the fine blade on it. Makes short work of a head of cabbage. But if you don't have a big enough bowl, it does make a little bit of a mess. That's what I got my sous chefs for. They clean up after me a lot. Sous chef Pepper's right between my legs. Now you notice I'm only using half a head of cabbage. It's because we're not going to make a great big batch tonight, just a little bit. Only a couple of us eating tonight, and it lasts for about 3-4 days. So we don't want anything to go to waste. Paw through here, find if you get any really big chunks, and take those out. Yeah. Okay. Shift gears. The fine shredding blade. And a carrot. And again, there's just a little bit of a skin left here, nothing to really worry about. Clean that off, put that in. Move that out of the way. We'll clean that up in a minute. Now, we've got here about a cup of ranch dressing, a shallot, 1 jalapeno. In here we've got a carrot, half a head of purple cabbage, red cabbage, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to fold this together and pop it in the refrigerator to let it sit and wait till everything else is ready to go. Spatulas are your friends. It's a startling contrast to your typical coleslaw, because you expect when you bite into a coleslaw you're going to get ill from all the sugar. No, you're not going to do that here. Yeah, the cabbage is very sweet. That's why I use the red cabbage for this. Well, that and it's purty. It's real purty. Looks good on the plate. Okay, we're gonna pop this in the fridge, get some other things prepped up, and be back to you. Hi, as you can see, we're back. I'm right now going through and butterflying the shrimp, which is just a matter of going through the back of it and flaying it out. It makes the shrimp a lot faster to cook, even cooking. These are a peeled and deveined shrimp that I rather like, and they each weigh about 1 ounce. Now, what we got here is an 8-ounce fillet of cod. I like cod. It's a very firm fish, very flavorful fish. But we're going to cut this in about 1 ounce pieces. This knife's probably not going to work for that, so we'll start right there. You'll notice a little purple on there, not to worry, that's just from the cabbage. Approximately 1 ounce pieces, and flop them over just like that. Okay, that's how you prep your fish up. When my oil's heated, we'll come back and I'll show you how to make the batter. Okay, while the deep fryer is heating up, we're going to work on our browned butter for our pasta. I've got a pan here that's heating up. I have 2½ tablespoons of butter, and I have 4 small garlic cloves. You can use 4 small, 2 large, or you can use powdered garlic if you like. Mash the garlic, and then you're going to want to mince it. This is a great way to take frustrations out on a day, I tell you. Beat up on garlic. But you want to mince it pretty good. Now, a little word on browned butter. It has a short time frame to work in. You want to make sure it just gets lightly browned. You do not want to burn it. So you keep it working around. I know some people are saying, oh, the fat, oh, the cholesterol. Well, it's no worse for you than margarine. In fact, in a lot of cases, it's much better. Slide your garlic into there. And again, you want to keep it moving. And you see how it's starting to take on a brown tinge? It's slightly brown. That's when you shut it off. Because the pan's hot, it's going to keep going on that for just a few minutes. Let's take a look at our pasta real quick. It's coming along nicely. Not quite there, and I keep kicking water into my butter. That ain't good. Yeah, it's almost there. Okay, back to you in a minute. Hi, we're back. The pasta's done. Just past al dente, which is where I like it. Now we're going to take our butter and garlic and pour it right on top of that. Now you notice I'm using a spatula in this hot pan. People are panicking all over the nation. Don't worry, it is a heat-resistant spatula. All you've got to do here is stir this up. And just for a little color, we're going to throw some parsley in, some fresh parsley. We're just going to bust it up a little. Fresh parsley is just so colorful. Makes it kind of pretty. We'll put some more on top when we serve. Alrighty. Well, since that's going so well, we're going to come over here and we're going to start making a batter. We're doing a beer battered fish and prawn. For our batter, we have about a cup and a quarter flour, a tablespoon paprika, a pinch of salt, and the magic ingredient, beer. You might need between 10 and 12 ounces. We're going to start with that right here. This makes such a lovely batter, though. Now you're noticing this other bowl over here. That's a rice flour. It's for the primary dredging. Now you can use rice flour, you can use bread flour, you can use all-purpose flour, it doesn't matter. My preference is the rice flour. And it's starting to smell pretty good. More beer. And you can use any beer you like. You can use a light beer, you can use a dark beer, you can use a flat beer, cheap beer, expensive beer. The primary thing is beer. Beer's good, especially for batter. Okay, we've got a nice batter going here. Now, on the fish over here, why did I select a 1 ounce portion? A 1 ounce portion of fish is going to cook faster. It's going to cook juicier because you don't have to leave it in the oil so long. So here we go. Batter's ready. Fryer's ready. Let's pop the thing open there. Now, we're going to start out with dredging it in the rice flour, dipping it in the batter. Yes, I got my fingers in the batter. And holding it in the fryer for a second, and then letting it go. What I did there was I gave it a little boost, so there's some cooked area, so it hangs up in the air. Let's do the same thing with a prawn. Let's get one of those in there. They're always fun to watch. Don't be afraid to get flour and batter on the tail. That's just a handle. Dump it in there, shake off the excess, and into the fryer it goes. And there we go. Okay, we're going to go through and cook these little guys, and we'll be back to you. Hi, rescuing the last little guys out of the pan. You bring them up, shake them off a bit, and then you lay them out on a towel. Between batches, keep these guys in the oven so they maintain some warmth. Shut that, unplug that. Move that aside, turn it off. Okay, we're about ready to start plating here. It's dinner time. Got those lovely garlic and buttered noodles with some parsley on them. That might be a little heavy for some people. Just back that up. I'm going to put some more parsley on just for color. But you know, people wonder, why do they put parsley on the plate? Back in the 1700s, late 1700s, early 1800s, as French cuisine was starting to be recognized as food, restaurants got big and fancy. Well, the executive chef could not be everywhere at once, so he trained sous chefs and pantry chefs and things like that. Well, come dinner time, he is walking up and down the line, inspecting each plate. And as he inspected the plate, if it was good, he'd put a sprig of parsley on it, so the waitress or waiter knew to serve this food. If there was no parsley on it, it did not leave the kitchen. Okay, we got our salad here. A little bit of this slaw here, beautiful purple slaw. Now, red cabbage is really good for you. It's good for the metabolism. Keeps you going real good. We're going to put a couple pieces of fish here. And about 3 of these shrimps. And a touch of this here tartar sauce. Don't need a lot of tartar sauce, but like that. Something to dip in. And that's your dinner. I'm sure glad you folks watch, and if you happen to be watching these, go ahead and leave a comment on my site. It's all good. Now, dinner itself to cook took about 20 minutes. The prep time took about 20 minutes. So you're looking at 40 minutes total. Your family's worth that 40 minutes. Thanks for watching.